I just got fucking permabanned.
575 to 478.
Go ahead, 575.
The streamers are live and currently exploiting request permission to issue a permanent ban.
You have a go 575. Enjoy.
Roger that, and thank you.
These cheaters have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All streamers are guilty until proven innocent.
As many of you know, the Battlefield 6 beta has just wrapped up, and wow, what a ride it's been. Honestly, it's one of the best betas I've ever played. But while the world was busy diving into Battlefield, something else was happening in the background that not many people noticed. There was also a Warzone tournament taking place, branded as the Esports World Cup in Dubai. And yes, Warzone was one of the featured titles. But nobody was there. Only a few locals who stayed on to get the full value of their tickets from an earlier event. They branded these players as the best in the world, and honestly, I'd never even heard of 80% of them. The silence from the crowd was hilarious. Meanwhile, the event music was blasting like it was the Super Bowl. I can't play it here because it's copyrighted, but trust me, if you don't believe me, go to the official channel, search Day 1, and see for yourself. They were told to walk out at a specific time, and somehow they still managed to mess it up. Because of course, they can't even follow simple instructions. But seriously, who are these people? I know just about everyone in the Call of Duty scene, and I still have no idea what I'm looking at. The way they presented them, it felt like Robot Wars. I'm not even joking. And no, I'm not going to play the whole thing because it was pure cringe watching them walk out, pointing at their team badge like they've been lifelong fans, when in reality, they're just selected for the tournament. Then it's over. Exactly like last year. Casually strolling out with his hands in his pockets? Even in school, we were told, get your hands out of your pockets. At least I was. But it was hilarious watching this team walk out, especially knowing Sage and Noobs had to scramble for a replacement after their teammate was permanently banned. Funny how that's something the streamers never seem to talk about. Now I know what you're thinking. Warzone, competitive, and you're right to be skeptical. The game's mechanics, buybacks, respawns, redeploys, mean there's a constant stream of active players in every match. That makes concepts like match point absolutely ridiculous. First, take a look at the competition roster. Do these look like the best Warzone teams in the world to you? This was a Middle Eastern organized event, and you can tell they struggled to fill placements with truly top-tier squads. This team won the event and pocketed a staggering $250,000. Now I really know what you're thinking. How can these three bots win a tournament? Well, here's the thing. They didn't actually finish first, or even second. They placed third overall. But thanks to the match point format, where once your team reaches a certain score threshold, you only need to win a single match to take the whole event, they were able to clutch the final game and walk away champions. Theoretically, under this system, you could lose 9 games in a row, win the last one, and still win the tournament. And in Warzone, with constant buybacks making it easy to rack up kills and points, hitting that threshold is pretty straightforward. I do feel for the guys who finished first in the standings, only to lose it all in the end. So let's roll the final game footage, and you can decide for yourself. Are Aiden's team really worthy champions? And is Warzone truly a competitive title? Let's find out. What you're looking at here are the bots. All knocked, hiding in the gas. Their entire strategy is to sit there, constantly going down and reviving each other, milking the zone for as long as possible. It's shameful enough on its own, but it gets worse. Because half the time they're hiding behind riot shields or hiding inside the back of chicken trucks. And you know who you are. But hey, this is what these players do. It's their thing. And it's exactly why Warzone has become a laughingstock in the competitive scene. Now tell me, is this what you'd call competitive gaming? Hiding in the gas, relying entirely on perks. It's embarrassing. First place walked away with $250,000. Second place pocketed $150K. In fact, every single team got paid tens of thousands. Even the very bottom of the leaderboard walked off with $10,000. Then there's Muscles, also known as Len, a player constantly flagged by the anti-cheat, who still managed to bag $50,000, and proudly posted this image on social media as if it somehow silences his critics. Yeah, he finished 6th, by the way. Oh, and get this. They also handed Smith another $10,000 for being the most valuable player. Absolutely hilarious. What am I even looking at? This is the face of competitive Warzone in 2025. Take a good, long look. So the next time someone tells you Warzone is competitive and that they're the best in the world, just remember this moment and allow yourself a quiet little chuckle. Utterly embarrassing. It's like putting a room full of 10-year-olds together. Sure, someone's gonna win, but that doesn't make them the best. It just means they came out on top against laughable competition. Their KDs were so bad, so awful, that now they're all posting how it means nothing. Absolute comedy gold. They're in full damage control. Not a single team managed a 2.0 KD, apart from 100 Thieves, and fair play to them for that. But let's take them out of the equation for a second. On the right, we've got what we call a pub lobby. And on the left, we have the Warzone World Cup final. This is a bot lobby. This is the lobby you see when people 2-box. You boost into this lobby. It's so embarrassing for the streamers. But really, who cares? Nobody watched it anyway. Everyone was too busy playing Battlefield.
Their aiming was awful. They weren't shooting straight, had no aim assist. And for years they've been telling you aim assist in this game is broken. But where was the broken aim assist on LAN? It was non-existent. That's because at home, they run third-party software. And when it looks too suspicious, they call it rotational aim assist. And they love to tell everyone that aim assist in this game is basically aimbot. But on LAN, I didn't see any aimbot or laser beams. None of them could shoot straight. It was just embarrassing for the entire scene. The streamers are doing their best to gas it up, but it's not working. Everyone can see straight through this clown show. There was no skill on display. The only thing on display was obesity. A recent discussion around Battlefield 6's new anti-cheat Javelin sparked something you almost never see. Public comments from the head and lead developer of Riot Games' Vanguard anti-cheat. This came after some players assumed they had to uninstall Vanguard to play Battlefield 6, believing the two systems were in conflict. Philip Koskinas, Riot Games' head of anti-cheat, set the record straight. You do not need to uninstall anything. Vanguard and Javelin are compatible. The only limitation is that the Valorant client cannot be running at the same time. Both systems use similar driver technology to protect game memory. And if they run together, they compete to secure the same areas, which can cause conflicts. This confirms that Javelin uses the same techniques as Riot's Vanguard. For many players, this is the best news possible, since Vanguard is widely regarded as the most effective anti-cheat in the gaming scene. A cheat reseller has been trying to sell his Battlefield Cronus Zen script for $75. Yes, you heard that right.
Be a one-time purchase for $75. And then I did all the basic tier in here, so if you wanted to pay with Apple Pay, you can, because on my Podia, you cannot.
But there are two massive problems with this. Number one, if you need a Cronus just to shoot straight in Battlefield 6, I feel sorry for you. And number two, Cronus scripts in Battlefield are absolutely pointless. Here's me in the firing range with all the attachments on the weapon. When the beta comes live again, try it yourself. You hardly even need to touch the controller. It's insane that players would even consider using a Cronus Zen for recoil control. In fact, it'll actually hinder your ability and make the gun worse. Now here's the cheat reseller showcasing his script in Battlefield 6. But when you don't have the game sense to notice an enemy staring right at you, even cheats aren't going to save you. I noticed a lot of people in the comments talking about the best ways to take down snipers. Some of you suggested using tanks, but worried you wouldn't make it up the hill before getting hit with multiple RPGs. Others mentioned out-sniping them, but were frustrated when teammates ignored you bleeding out after taking a hit. So here's my solution. Good old-fashioned Guardian.
Tango 1, this is Call of Shade. Cheating Warzone streamer down. Threat has been eliminated.
The AH-64E Apache helicopter is an absolute killing machine. There's nothing it can't do, and it will take out anything in its sights. Please be sure to like the video, and I'll be sure to keep you all updated on any new developments. I'm Call of Shame. God bless every one of you on the other side of the screen.